back once again here with Chef Viviane from Klavertje Vier Kitchen. I want to show you once again how we make our preparation here for service. We call it mise en place. So we are going to make some shrimps croquette. We already prepared the croquette itself from basic yesterday, and now we are going to show you how to do the breading process. So for this process we need some ingredients, not the we need some ingredients, or let me say some materials. And here is the flour. You can just use all-purpose flour for this process. I also have here the breading, that is breadcrumbs that has been in powder form. We buy this, we don't make this ourselves, but you can as well make this yourself. The process is simple. When you have over left bread, when you have bread that you don't want to use them, or you have too much of bread, you just dry them in the oven until it is crispy dried. That means there is no more liquid in it, so you can put it in an airtight container, and you can use it as well for breading your croquette or whatever you want to bread. So it doesn't only, you can bread anything. You can bread fish, you can bread meat, you can use it even to bread vegetables. So but we buy this one, we don't make it ourselves because we don't have enough bread for this purpose. So we also have the flour. The flour is the sealing ingredient for this for making croquette. So we start first by flour, dusting it with flour, tiny layer of flour. This prevents the croquette from bursting when you are deep frying it in the frying kettle. So that is the main purpose of the flour for the croquette. Then we have here, of course, egg mixture. We always use 95% of egg white and 5% of yellow, or the yolk of the egg, to just loosen a little bit of the egg white. But for this purpose, it is mainly important that you use egg white to seal your croquette, because it seals it perfectly without bursting your croquette in the oil. So let's just get straight into the point for today's episode, so I can show you step by step how it is made. So we start first by dusting our working table or working place with a little bit of flour. This prevents the croquette from sticking to your working surface. So you see, this is a plastic. I have here plastic. I have my plank from under, but I use always this plastic because it's just hygienical, and it helps also to prevent your croquette from going into your plank or your slicing plank. So I dusted now with a little bit of flour, which help also prevent the croquette from sticking. So here is the croquette. So I just portioned the croquette. We have here our style of portioning the croquette. So we just use the knife and dust it a little bit also with some flour. I'm using here all-purpose flour for this purpose, so it's not anything special. You don't need any special flour for this. You don't even need a self-rising flour for this. You just need an all-purpose flour, and it will do the job for you, do it greatly for you. So yes, I'm just going to portion it as I show you now, just using this simple method. Dust it a little bit with the all-purpose flour to prevent sticking, and then slice it into this shape that you see. So let me just put aside the egg wash first, and then the flour. So I'm going to start by using the flour to dust. So I start first just by rolling it. So we have a style here that we roll it, so like you can see there on the thumbnail. So that is just the easy process of rolling it. You see it? So I'm just going to place it there first. I just dust my hand there, but I'm still going to dust it with the all-purpose flour to seal it. So this is not sealing. This is the process of shaping. So thank you everyone for joining here with Chef Viviane from Klavertje Vier Kitchen. Where are you watching us from? Let us know in the comments below, and also share with someone to whom it may be useful. Thank you. So I'm now busy with just the shaping of the croquette. So you can shape it whatever shape you want. Sometimes some people shape it with a square shape. You can also shape it in a circle, in a ball shape. I mean by that a circle, a ball shape. You can also shape it a rectangle shape. It depends, a square shape. You can shape it whatever shape that you want. So it is not, we don't have any specific shape for croquette. So but we like it this way, so we make it this way. So thank you everyone for joining, and happy Friday, happy weekend. We are on Friday here in our little country of Belgium. Where are you watching us from? Let us know in the comments below. Share with your friends and family or to whom it may be useful. Thank you. So we just shape it. I'm wearing here my gloves. If you are doing it for yourself, you don't need to wear a hand glove. It's not compulsory if you wash your hands frequently, but I hate it also. So it's better you use your hand glove. You can throw it away, it's disposable. And then we wear another one to prevent any kind of stains or dirtiness in our croquette. But you don't need it. So, but it helps to keep your fingers clean. So I already showed a video in the morning where I was showing how to make to fill the lumpia. If you are interested, you don't know how to fill lumpia, you can check out the video there and you see it step by step how it is made. So this section now, I am showing how to fill in the shrimp croquette. This is a shrimp croquette. We already have a lot of videos. Also, I've shown in the live video, in the previous live video, how I made the croquette from scratch. So now I'm just showing how to bread it. So you can just take a close look or check the videos out from our previous live video if you want to see how it is made step by step, the shrimp croquette. We also have other croquette recipe on our channel, like meat croquettes, we have cheese croquette, and you can find everything there. So check it out and let us know in the comment which is your favorite type of croquette. Thank you. So you see, I'm just shaping it. You see the way I'm shaping it? Look, I've already made some few here. So that is just to start. You see it has been shaped. So we shape it this is the way that we shape it. We love the shapes like this. So we are going to now do the how do you call it, the flouring, and then we are going to then bread it. But I still have some more. I'm going to bring it out from my refrigerator. So I allow it in the refrigerator because I want it to be on temperature. Because when you start working with the croquette, what happens? It can become too wet, and it can become more difficult when you are breading it. So that is why I always work on temperature. I work to keep the temperature at a good level so that it's not too soggy or not too difficult to bread, because it's very soft in texture. So you can see that working in the kitchen is a lot of work, especially when you are making everything from scratch. It is so a lot of work, but We love doing what we do here, and it's our pleasure to show you how we do it here in our little kitchen, making everything from scratch, and it is really delicious. So you can fold it any way you want, but look how we are shaping it. This is the way we shape it here, and we love the shape because it looks so gorgeous when you serve it to the client. So you just keep, dusting your knife with the flour. So that is how I do it here. Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining here with Chef Viviane from Klavertje Vier Kitchen. Thank you for joining, and happy Friday to you guys. Let us know in the comments where you are watching us from. We'll be so glad to know this. It's Friday evening here, and we don't know what time of the day it is in your country. Let us know in the comments. We'll be glad to know. So I'm just keep shaping the croquette. You can also use, your working space for this purpose. So it doesn't always have to be your hand. Also, you can use your working space for this purpose. So, but me, I'm used to using my hands to do it, but you can also use the working space. So that is two way of, shaping the croquette. Sometimes I take a little bit from the other side to add to it, to give it. It's not identical, but they are almost of the same size because I've made it over and over again, and then I can tell the size just by looking at it. So I don't measure it, I don't I don't weigh them, but they are almost the same size. So sometimes we can also go faster, if we want, but for the purpose of this video, I am keeping it slow so that you guys can see what I am doing and know how it's done. So you can check out the full video on the channel where I show step by step how to make it from scratch, from making the sauce to even even making the filling itself. So because it's made in 3 steps, croquette is always made in 3 steps. So first of all, we make the sauce for the croquette, and then we make the filling, and then we bread the croquette. Then eventually we deep fry the croquette. So it is in 4 steps. So croquette is not made the way people think. When you see it in the shop, you think that it's just ready to be cooked. That is how it's made. No, we have at least 3 steps to go before we have what we call croquette on our plates. So here we serve our croquette with some fried parsley, and we also add some lemon, sliced lemon, which we squeeze the juice of the lemon on the croquette to eat it. So it's one of our classic recipes here in Belgium. We love it, and most of people who have visited Belgium before, who know about our Belgian recipes, they know that we are proud of our shrimp croquette. But you can also make croquette from different types of ingredients. In fact, you can make croquette from almost everything. So you have to work fast also when you are doing croquette or making croquette, because the temperature will be reduced and it will become very soft and difficult to bread. So I've made thousands of croquettes in my lifetime, and I could just make it even without thinking. I could go 10 times faster than what I'm showing now on the video, but I just want to relax myself to show you guys how it's made. So ask any question if you have one, because we would love to hear from you guys, and especially we want to know where you are watching us from. Let us know in the comment below so that we can start talking to you guys. So I'm just keep sizing and portioning. So welcome everyone, thank you for joining here with Chef Viviane from Klavertje Vier Kitchen. Thank you for joining us, and happy Friday to each and every one of you. Let us know in the comments below where you are watching us from. We'll be very glad to know this, and welcome once again to our channel. So do anyone know croquettes, and do you have something like this in your country, or do you know about the shrimp croquette? Let us also know in the comments below. So we are just showing you here our little trick, how we do all the delicious meals that we serve every day to our guests. So we have a little restaurant where we make everything from scratch, and we serve our guests here, making only homemade food, from appetizer until dessert. We make everything here in our kitchen, and we serve very few guests at a time. So you don't really need to have a big restaurant to have a restaurant. So we have proven that to the whole world, that you can even start a restaurant in the small space of your home. So let us know in the comments where you are watching us from, and tell us if you are watching us for the first time, and let us know how it is in your country, your weather, your time. And if you like French Belgian cuisine, if you like fine dining recipes, let us know. If you ever have eaten croquettes before, let us also know, because we want to know much about you guys. And don't forget also to share with your friends and family, or to whom it may be useful, to someone who loves cooking in your family. Share with them and tell them about our channel. So what I'm doing now is shaping. So we call it shaping the croquette. So we are like shaping it, giving it a specific shape. So you can shape it in any form that you want. So we are shaping it here, a kind of oval shape. So a short oval shape, and then just going round it, and using a little bit of your flour to dust it so it doesn't stick to your hands while you keep doing the shaping. It's so easy. It's fun working with this. I in fact really love it. I like it. So I'm always touching my hands on the flour because it prevents your hands from sticking. So it keeps your hand clean and dry. So that is the main reason why we are doing that, or why I am doing that. So when it's too small or it's too big, I can slice it and add it to the other to make it a little bit equal, or it should look like equal. So we have finished the shaping process. So I'm just going to remove this now so that I can have more space, to show the continuation. What next?
Johan Khalil, I love your videos. I say hi to you.
Thank you so much. What is his name?
It's his name. It's not there.
Okay, thank you so much. Let us know in the comments what your name is, so we can greet you personally. Thank you so much for the compliment, and thank you for loving our video. Johan.
Yeah, from the East.
Johan.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Johan. If we are not pronouncing your name very well, sorry for that. But thank you for joining us, and let us know what your name is, so that let us know what your name is, so that we can greet you or we can talk to you personally, because we want here to talk to human beings. So we don't want like we are talking to somebody, to nobody. So we are people. We are here to share our vision and share our love and our passion with you guys. So thank you for watching my videos and for liking them and supporting me. Thank you so much. So let me just put this plank aside and clean the table so that we can go to the next point. So croquette is all about dust and dust. That is, all the flowers will be flying everywhere, So you always have to keep your hand towel aside so that you can be cleaning your hands little by little. So now I'm going to dust the croquette a little bit in the flour. As I said in the beginning, this process is to seal the croquette. So what the flour does is sealing the croquette from bursting in the frying oil when you are frying the oil. But this is not the aim of, you know, covering the flour, the croquette with too much flour. In fact, if you cover the croquette with too much flour, you will have a problem of thickness, which will stop your croquette from being crunchy. So you just have to be careful with this method. So you are just dipping it like inside the flour, and make sure that there is not too much liquid and there is a little tiny layer of flour that is, you know, sealing for the sealing process of the croquette. So it's a very tricky method. So make sure that your hands are well dried when you are doing this, because this will certainly prevent the croquette from extracting or for taking more flour than needed. So you can see what I am doing now, that the croquette is really dry and there is just a tiny layer of flour on the croquette. So it's not the aim of, you know, putting layers and layers of flour. So it's the aim of just putting a tiny layer of flour on the croquette. So this help also for the sealing process. So for this, you can bake or fry or deep fry your croquette, let me use the correct word, for a longer time until the croquette becomes crunchy before you remove the croquette. But if you don't add the flour to it, the croquette will just burst immediately it gets into the frying kettle, because there is no sealing. There is no sealing on the croquette. So because why, the croquette is normally a flowing substance from inside, flowing filling from inside. But if you are like breading, for instance, a fish or a meat or so, sometimes you don't really need flour because it is not a liquid. It can maybe lose the, how do you call it, the sauce, but it's not a liquid.
Gift Mapenda, he'll show some country. He say hi.
What's his name?
Yeah, his name is not there. It's Gift Mpanda.
Heft, and panda.
Mpanda.
Yes. Okay, sorry for the pronunciation. Maybe we miss your name. Let us know in the comments if you want us to call out your name, and to welcome you especially to our channel. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much.
Er staan 3 landen. Vullen dat, yes. Kijk, kun je.
Okay, we try to check it later because we cannot see exactly now the flag of the country. But anyway, you are highly welcome to our channel. You are highly welcome. Thank you so much for joining us, and welcome to this Friday edition of our live video, where we are demonstrating how we bread our shrimp croquette here from our little kitchen. So my name is Chef Viviane. So let me know in the comments what your name is and where you are watching us from. My name is Chef Viviane from Klavertje Vier Kitchen. So let us know in the comment below where you are watching us from, and let us know how you find us, and if you like what you see here on our channel, make sure to share and subscribe also, and also turn on the notification bell to see more videos of this type, because we'll be showing a lot this season again. We are back to YouTube full time. And it's Friday afternoon here in Belgium. let us know from where you are watching us from, what is the time in your country now, and then let us know, is it evening, is it Friday, because we don't know where you are watching us from and what the time is in your country. We'll be so curious to know. So now I'm just doing here the process of, we call it sealing of the croquette. So sealing just means rolling the croquette or dusting the croquette with some all-purpose flour to prevent the croquette from bursting when you are deep frying the croquette. So that is just the only reason why we do it. So it is also very tiny layer of flour, because we just want to keep it so tiny as possible. We don't want it to be soggy. We don't want our croquette to become too hard or too chewy. So we just want it to break through the crunch of the bread when it's deep fried. So that is why it's really important, this process, that you give it a very tiny layer of the flour and not too much. So here is the croquette. I've already breaded it and dusted it with the all-purpose flour. So I'm going to put this now aside. I wash my hands again, and then I can show the next procedure. So the next procedure now is the breading process. So the breading process is a bit also tricky, because most people don't realize that when you are breading a croquette, it's like we are bringing it into first the liquid and then into the breadcrumbs. So I find it a really tricky method. So what I do is, I have found out with a lot of years of experience of making croquette, I realized that when you remove the croquette, you dip it into the egg wash or the egg mixture, and you drop it immediately into the breadcrumbs, your croquettes become soggy, and your breadcrumbs also become soggy. So what I do is, I don't place my croquettes in the egg wash and put it immediately in the breadcrumbs. No, then I drop it here. What this does is, it removes the excess liquid. It removes the excess liquid from the croquette, which prevents your breadcrumbs from from going soggy, and from going wet. So this is how I do it. I have learned this just with the pressure, a lot of years of experience. So this is how I do it. So that is why I want to share also this experience with you guys. It's not only about the breading of the croquette, but the technique involved in breading the croquettes the correct way. So you will see later what I mean by this when we start the process of breading. So now I'm just going to pick it up from the pepper there, or the parched pepper on this tray I'm using. Then I'm going to drop it into the bread. So the bread is not difficult. Normally I bread it twice because I want to seal it well. I want to make it really crunchy and seal it well. So I am breading it twice. So the first layer is just a light layer, so I don't worry if it's not totally closed or sealed, because I'm going to seal it again once. So the first layer, it doesn't really matter. So it's so easy. I know it can be maybe so, when you are doing it, when you do it many years, you become used to it. You see that it's easy to use even your left of your right hand to cover the ceiling without any much problem. But when you are doing it for the first time, it's a little bit, it looks as if it's difficult to do, but it's not so difficult. Just with some years of doing this, you will find it out that you can do it even with your eyes closed. So that is it. So I'm going to just turn my tray so that I can get close to the croquette itself. So I'll keep doing it. I'll go faster because I want to keep it short. So I can even go, let me say, more faster than this, but I want to take it slowly for the live purpose, so you guys can see it step by step how this is done. So you can see already that is so much liquid left under the tray. So you don't have to add too much also into your breadcrumbs, because you want your breadcrumbs not to be wet and also easy to cover up without the croquettes touching each other. So don't worry, because I'm still going to seal it the second time. So that's why I don't worry of the first time, because the first time don't have to be too much thick, because you want to, otherwise your croquette will be too thick. So you want it to be just crunchy, light, and not too thick. So that is why I don't bother of the first if it's well sealed, because I'm going to seal it again the second time with another thin layer, and then we'll be just fine. So you see, start getting soft. You just have to be careful, slowly, a little, handle it gently. So you can see now, you can already see the liquid. Look at it, you can see the purpose, the reason why I placed the parched pepper and the parched pepper and the tray. You can see. So later you can see, you see all this would have gone inside the breadcrumbs. So that prevents the breadcrumbs from getting wet. So you make sure that you're not doing too much at a time, so that it doesn't get it doesn't stick to each other to create any leakage. So welcome everyone once again. Thank you for joining us here with Chef Viviane from Klavertje Vier Kitchen. Happy Friday to you guys. Where are you watching us from? Let us know in the comments below. Tell us your name, your country. We will be so glad to hear from you guys. Let us know in the comments below. Share with your friends and family or to whom it may be useful. Someone who loves to cook, fine dining recipes. Our aim here is to teach you or to show you how we cook and make fine dining recipe using just basic ingredients that you can find around you in the comfort of your own home. So be careful so your fingers is not going inside the croquette. Just placing far away, so it'll be okay. And I'm going to turn my tray and then okay. Yes, the cameraman has changed the position of the tray because I am almost not so wide enough to reach out. Okay. So we are just using here egg white for this purpose. We have 95% here of egg white and like 5% of egg yolk just to loosen up the egg white. So this help also for the breading process to be really, because sometimes I find the egg white too tight and it can give some that the croquette is not crunchy enough. So that is why I add just that 5% of egg yolk to loosen up the egg white a bit. I find it perfect each time to bread croquette. So here I go again. So my name is Chef Viviane. I'm a chef since 17 years. I love cooking, fine dining, sharing our delicious recipes with you guys. It's a dream come true, and sharing our love for French and Belgian cuisine and fine dining in general. If this is your cup of tea, make sure to check out all our videos on our channel where we have shared lot and lot of recipes from appetizer until dessert. I'm sure you can find everything to suit you and to suit your taste bud. So I'm going to bread it again the second time because it just gives it that complete seal that you need, and you will never be worried if your croquette will be busted or will be open when you are deep frying it. So I'm just giving it the second, I'll be giving it the second layer of sealing. So what I'm doing here for the first layer is a really thin layer of sealing. You can also even see it that the croquette is not entirely sealed. You can still see that you can see through the croquette. So that is a really thin layer that I'm giving it. And the second layer, we eventually seal every part of the croquette. And this will give it that prevention when it's going into the hot oil for frying. So the first, I have finished the first. I'm going to start with the first tray again. I'm going back to my first tray where I'm going to, this is not the style that we don't need too much, wet anymore. If you want, you can dip it to the croquette, to the egg itself. If you want, you can just roll it here. Sometimes I do it here, sometimes I do it in the croquette, in the wet itself. So this will seal the croquette entirely. So you will never need to be worried again if there is any problem with the breakage when you are deep frying it. So welcome everyone once again. Thank you for joining Chef Viviane from Klavertje Vier Kitchen. You are highly welcome to this channel. Make sure to like, subscribe. You can also check out all our other recipes on our channel where we share delicious meal from appetizer until dessert, where we also make French Belgian fine dining cuisine and also modern gastronomy. You can check it out one by one and you see what you like for yourself. If you like cooking like me, make sure to join this community of like-minded people who share the same goal and dreams. So you see, I'm sealing it again for the second time, so I wouldn't be afraid if I am baking them without afraid that it's going to burst in the hot oil. So I will be have a rest of mind. Otherwise, sometimes when the layer is too thick and too thin, when you start frying them, it just bursts and all that work is just in vain. So we want to prevent that, and especially when we are in service, that we give the best service to every client that come to dine with us. So welcome everyone. Thank you for joining this live episode. We are here to share our love, our passion, and our knowledge about French Belgian cuisine and fine gastronomy in general. So if that is your cup of tea, make sure you stay tuned and watch step by step, or you can also go straight to our channel now to check out other videos for yourself where we share delicious recipes that you can make in the comfort of your own home using simple ingredients from appetizer until dessert. So we have a very mini small restaurant here in our little country of Belgium. Very small restaurant, not expensive restaurant, but we give the best meal in town. So if you ever visit Belgium, don't ever miss to come here and test the different for yourself, how we serve our guests here with pride and also with passion. So you can see it now for yourself that this is entirely sealed. So you don't need to worry about anything while you are deep frying this croquette. You have the perfect croquette to serve to your guests or to your friends, to your family, or to anyone that is going to come and dine with you. So look at, it's well sealed now. There is no more worry for anything. Yes, so I've sealed this. It's okay, because you can also see if there is anywhere that there is a leakage that you think is open. You can also touch again a little bit of egg white like here, and you just sprinkle a bit of the breadcrumbs on it to seal it up. So we are going to move to the other tray, and I'll just do the same again to keep things going. So we make a lot of croquettes here in our kitchen, from vegetarian to fish croquettes to meat croquettes, shrimp croquettes. Yes, we make a lot cheese croquettes. So we make a lot of croquettes here. Croquette is one of the specialty here from in our little country. So most people eat it, but for those people who have visited Belgium and Netherlands or France before, they will know about this classic recipe. So, but I've seen online a lot also of other croquettes people are making. So it's not only here in Belgium that people are eating croquette, but here is a kind of our classic recipe here, especially this shrimp croquette. So you see there's a lot of working here. So if you are going to a restaurant to eat where everything is made from scratch, you already know how much is involved, how many work we have to do to bring that delicious meal to your table, so that you know that we are also doing our best here to bring delicious meals to every client. So it's so easy. It looks very difficult, but when you do it like this for some time, you get used to it and you know how it's done. So it's not so difficult as most people think. So let me remove this first so that I can create a little bit of space to place the croquette. So yes. So thank you everyone for joining. Happy Friday to you guys. Thank you. Okay. Let's start again. So I'm going to turn my tray now so that I can have more space to place my croquettes. So you can also always check if there is any place that is open and you need to seal it, you can also do it. But at the moment, I think I am okay. Yes, we are almost there. So thank you everyone.
Hi, Katarina Pupeseleri. Hi, what are we mandingo today making?
Is it Katarina?
Yeah, Katarina.
Hi, Katarina. Hello, happy how do you call it, Friday
afternoon.
Happy weekend, happy Friday afternoon. Yes, we are on it again. I'm showing you how to make bread and shrimp croquette. So we are making croquette. We already made the croquette dough from previous videos on the channel, but we are just showing now the method that we use to bread the croquette. So do you know shrimp croquette? I don't know if you know shrimp croquette. So this is shrimp croquette. The filling in the croquette is shrimps. So let us know if you know shrimp croquette, because I know that most people here in Europe know shrimp croquettes, you know. So let me put aside and clean up a bit.
Ah, that sounds so tasty. That sounds so tasty.
Okay. And happy Friday weekend have started. You know, the show have started for the weekend, so we start all the preparation for the weekend show. So that is what you are seeing. We have a lot on our list, or on our dining list this weekend. So we are making all the preparation for the weekend show. So I'm going to clean my table. So shrimp croquette is one of our classic recipes here in our little restaurant, and most people even come here just for this homemade shrimp croquette. So they taste really great indeed. So as Katerina said, it's really delicious, and it's one of our classic recipes here.
Wait, let me guess. How old are you? Are you 34?
No, I'm not 34. I'm old, really old. If you tell me your age, I will tell you how old am I. Maybe I am even almost can be a mother. No, I'm not 34. Guess one more time. A lot of people think so, but it's not true. I wish I want to be 34 again. But I think that time has passed a really long time ago. So maybe you can guess one more time.
Wacht. Oh man, I have to go dinner. I hope mom made something similar to this. Bye. Bye.
Okay, bye, Katarina.
Bye.
Ciao. Bye.
Thanks for coming.
And thanks for coming, and enjoy your dinner with your mommy. Tell her to make delicious dinner for you. Otherwise, she can also check out the recipe on our channel, and she can make it. Everybody can make it if you follow the recipe step by step. So thank you for joining us again, and see you again soon. Bye, and have a nice and wonderful weekend ahead. So this is, let me present to you a delicious and homemade shrimp croquette from scratch. So we make this shrimp croquette from, first of all, we make a sauce or a fond, we call it, from shrimps. So we use basically the head of the shrimps, that is the skin or the head of the peels of the shrimps, to make the fond. So when we make the fond, we reduce the fond to create that delicious, really shrimp texture, because just creating the fond or making the fond, there is not intensity of shrimp flavor in the fond. So we reduce the fond, we make the fond first, and then we reduce it to about 60%. So we have that intensity of the shrimp steps in our fond. So after making the fond, then we make the parts for the shrimps, that is the filling with the shrimps. So we make that by using 60% of flour and 40% and 50% of butter. So we then make a roux, we call that blanc roux. So we make a roux. You can also make a roux of 50%, but we choose to make we make ours 40 and 60%, sorry. So we make first the blanc roux. So when we make the blanc roux, it's just basically flour with butter. So you make it until you dry it up, until the flour flavor is gone and cooked, is well cooked. Then we add gradually the fond, that is the shrimp's fond, to the pot, and then we bring it to a kind of paste consistency. At the end, we add our shrimp, because you don't want to add your shrimps while you are still cooking your pot, because what will happen is your shrimps will cooked and to become hard and chewy in your croquette. So you want to prevent at all costs that. So after making sure that all your shrimps, your pot is cooked and well done, then you add your shrimps at the end to it. So then you bring everything together with your spatula, and then you season, and then you add some pepper, and you bring it to taste. So eventually what we also do is that we add sometimes some fish gelatin to it, so that we loosen the texture, also to help us bread it when we are breading it, because otherwise it will be really sticky and soggy when we are trying to bread it. So by doing that, to prevent that, we add fish gelatin to it to give it that hardness while it's cold, to allow us to work with it and bread it before we deep fry it. Then we add also some little bit of green herbs to give a touch to it. Then at the end, we bread it like you are seeing it now. We first of all portion it and roll it into a specific shape. You can do any shape of your choice. We don't have any specific shape for this, but for us today we did it this ovary shape that you see here, like what you saw there on the thumbnail. So that is what the croquette look like today. Sometimes we can make it in a square shape, we can make it in a rectangle shape, we can also make it in a ball shape. So it all depends on you, on the given time, your given idea, and what you prefer. So after this, the last stage now is we have done our mise en place for the croquette for this week. So we are just going to allow it to cool down in the refrigerator, because we want to allow the croquette to be really cool, about 2 degrees before 2 to 4 degrees before we deep fry them. Because if it's too warm, the temperature will split and we burst the croquette immediately it hits the deep fryer or the fryer. So what you can also do, if you are an amateur, you can even freeze your croquette at this stage. You just put it in any airtight container, you place it in the deep freezer or in the freezer for a couple of hours. If you know that you are preparing it for dinner before service, where if your diners are coming in maybe around 5 o'clock, you can already finish around 2-3 o'clock your croquette, place it in your deep freezer or your freezer before the diner arrives. So because the coldness of the temperature of the croquette in the middle determine how long that you can fry the croquette in the fryer before it starts being to explode. So I hope I'll be able to teach or show something in this episode. For those of you who have still more questions about making croquette, or don't know how to make croquette, or don't have the idea, you can check out our previous videos when we have shown a lot of other recipes how we make basic croquette, from shrimp croquette, meat croquette, fish croquette, cheese and all type of croquette. The method still remain the same, the basic recipe remain the same. So check our videos out, and also don't forget to share with your friends and family or to whom it may be useful. So happy weekend once again, and we'll be back once again to share other important or delicious recipes with you guys that you can make in the comfort of your own home using simple ingredients like shrimps, breadcrumbs, eggs, and many more. So thank you. We are signing in out now from our little kitchen here in Cuisine, in the province of West Flanders, from our little country of Belgium. We say ciao everyone, and thank you for joining us and staying tuned for this live episode. Bye, and see you in the next one.